Hey everyone, welcome back. I gotta say, for this deep dive, you all really went above and beyond with the research.
Yeah, some seriously in-depth stuff about automation.
Right, robots, AI, we even got some info about agentic processes. It's mind-blowing.
Feels like we're peeking into the future of, well, everything.
And that's exactly what we're gonna do today, break it all down.
Figure out where this whole automation evolution is taking us.
You ready to dive in?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay, so one thing that really stood out from all the stuff you sent was just how much businesses are using automation these days.
Yeah, it's not just about speeding things up, it's about doing things smarter.
Exactly. And the article you sent about Company X using automation for customer service, wow, that was impressive.
Yeah, they managed to make some serious efficiency gains.
So let's unpack this a bit. First up, we've got RPA, Robotic Process Automation. Think of it like a super efficient digital worker.
The kind that never takes a coffee break, never asks for a raise.
Exactly. So like in the example of Company X, they used RPA to handle all those repetitive tasks.
You know, things like entering data, answering basic customer questions, stuff that can really bog down human employees.
And by automating those tasks, it freed up their human agents to focus on the more complex issues.
Which leads to happier customers and happier employees. Win-win, right?
Absolutely. But there's a catch. RPA is kind of like a rule follower. It needs clear instructions, and it can't really handle surprises.
Like if something unexpected pops up, RPA just kind of throws its digital hands up in the air.
Pretty much. It's great for those predictable rule-based processes.
But when things get more complicated, oh, that's where the next level comes in.
You're talking about IPA, Intelligent Process Automation.
Now, this is where things start to get really interesting.
Because we're bringing in the big guns. AI, machine learning.
Exactly. So with IPA, these automated processes can actually learn from experience.
And they can even make decisions on their own.
It's kind of like the difference between a basic calculator and a smartphone, right?
Perfect analogy. One just crunches numbers, the other learns your habits, and can even anticipate your needs.
And speaking of anticipating needs, that research paper you sent about Company Y using IPA for logistics.
Oh yeah, that was a game changer. They used IPA to optimize their entire delivery system.
And it worked like a charm. They saw a huge reduction in delivery times and costs.
All because the system could adapt to real-time changes in traffic, weather, all that stuff.
It's mind-blowing to think about, a system that can learn and adapt like that.
Right? But it also makes you wonder, what happens if the data itself is flawed?
Oh, that's a huge question.
Like, could these IPA systems become too reliant on data that might be biased or incomplete?
Definitely something to consider. And it's not like IPA is a magic solution to every problem.
It's a powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be used responsibly. And that brings us to the final frontier, the one that really feels like we're stepping into a sci-fi movie.
APA, Agentic Process Automation. This is the cutting edge, where the line between automation and, well, almost sentience starts to blur.
Right. We're talking about using really advanced AI, like large language models, to create agents that can handle super complex tasks.
Tasks that require creativity, adaptability, things we traditionally thought were uniquely human.
You sent me that study about APA agents composing music. Seriously, composing music.
Yeah, that one was wild. Makes you think, where does following instructions end and genuine creativity begin?
And if an APA can compose music, what else can it do?
I mean, the possibilities are kind of terrifying, but also exhilarating at the same time.
For sure. And that leads us to the really big question, the one you highlighted at the end of your research.
What happens to jobs, to creativity, to what it means to be human in a world where these automated agents are doing more and more?
I mean, we've gone from robots doing simple, repetitive tasks to AI agents potentially composing symphonies. That's a massive shift.
It's happening fast, and it's going to impact all of us in ways we probably can't even imagine yet.
Definitely a lot to think about. But hey, that's what these deep dives are all about, right?
Exactly. Exploring these big ideas, asking the tough questions, and trying to understand where this crazy technological ride is taking us.
Well said. This has been an incredible deep dive. Thanks for all your insights, and thanks to everyone listening for sending in such thought-provoking material.
And who knows, maybe one of you listening will be the one programming the next Mozart, or maybe just figuring out how to get your laundry folded by a robot.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those deep dives coming.